Medlen. Medlen getting to show off a little bit here in the top of the first. Show off that right arm. Good throw down to third from deep in right field.
Up next for the Warriors, third baseman, number 4, Austin Greene.
So with 2 outs, that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Austin Greene. Greene, a .320 hitter. Got a pair of bombs, driven in 17. The averages really kind of dissipate after those first 2 hitters. They were .446 and .403 respectively. Now getting back into the mid to low 3s from an average standpoint. That one down low, so 1-0 now to the cleanup hitter, Austin Greene. Swung on and fouled back, so leaving things at 1 apiece. See if Davis can get out of this jam. After issuing a leadoff walk to Cook, able to get both Lewis and Collins. Now facing the cleanup hitter, third baseman Austin Greene. The 1-1. That one, the top part of the zone. It'll be a ball and 2 strikes now to Greene. Again, these 2 teams pretty identical on the records. East Central with a 29-15 record overall. East Mississippi with a 25-16 record overall. Breaking ball, that one just weakly hit over the Lions dugout. The Lions, when they started the season, really scuffled out of the gate. One could point to that time in Millington, Tennessee, that junior college tournament back in mid-February is really the turning point of the season. At that point, Lions were 1-6 and then really started to come together as a team. Kind of found their identity. Swung on that one, lifted out to left field. Bo Bates going to take a step in. He'll haul it in, and that'll do it for the Warriors here in the top of the first. They get a man on, but they strand him out at second base. We will head to the home half. You're watching EMCCathletics.com. And we're back here in the home half of the first here in the best-of-3 series between the East Central Warriors and the East Mississippi Lions. Grant Edwards will toe the rubber for the Warriors here in Game 1. Get you the numbers on Edwards. 5-3 overall. He is their #1 without question on the bump. This will be his 14th appearance on the mound.
the first for EMCC right fielder number 14, Ethan Medlen.
He started 7 games, got a 4.80 ERA. He's thrown 54 in the third innings, struck out 56 and walked 19. He will do battle with the leadoff man for the Lions, Ethan Medlen. Medlen with the 376 clip. Swings at the first pitch, chopper down to Greene. He's up with it, going to fire across. Throw off the mark to Colton Smith over at first. Tried to apply the tag up the line. And the ball came out of the first baseman's mitt of Smith trying to apply the tag. So we'll see how that is scored. It is ruled a hit by Medlen. We'll call it some home cooking on the scoring, but we'll say Big E gets his first knock of the day. Either way, more importantly, the Lions get the leadoff man aboard, and that'll bring up Colby Holmes. Snap throw over. Medlen back in time. Colby, a .310 hitter overall. He's got 7 home runs and driven in 26. That one misses upstairs. Holmes 4th on the team in batting average. And they got him. Medlen was caught leaning, and Edwards picks him off. So 1-3 on the putout. And it looks like we're going to have a conference to see if there was time called or did he drop the ball? Couldn't see from our vantage point here, but there seems to be a question. First base coach Braxton Lee, student assistant coach Braxton Lee over at first said the first baseman Colton Smith dropped the ball on the tag. And my guess is it's going to be, the play is going to be held up. And the head coach for the Lions, Brett Kimbrell, understandably, visibly upset, not wearing his lid. You can see the red face. So Medlen going to be picked off after reaching on the infield knock. So bases will be cleared, and Colby Holmes will step back into the dish. 1-0 count to Holmes. Breaking ball. That one chopped foul. The 1-1. That one catches the black. Tell you what, this crowd here, good crowd on hand. It is a little chippy right now after that pickoff play. Understandably so, because they all saw the dropped baseball. And the breaking ball is going to get Holmes swinging for the second out of the inning.
To the plate for the Lions, first baseman number 34, Wesley Sides.
So that'll bring up Wesley Sides. Oh, Wesso, third in the team in batting average, 329 clip. Does lead the team in home runs, second in RBIs, 9 home runs and 32 driven in. First pitch to Sides misses wide from Edwards. Sides just a really complete hitter, able to spray the ball around the field, not afraid to go the other way. Breaking ball, that one off the mid of Turnage. Sides has hit a handful of those 9 home runs to the Oppo. He's gone Oppo Taco several times. And the 2-0 misses wide. That was close. So now Sides ahead in the count, 3-0. Sides can work a 2-out walk, and there he does. A 4-pitch walk to Sides.
To the plate for East Mississippi, shortstop number 2, Blaze Berry.
So with 2 outs, that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Blaze Berry. Berry second on the team in batting average, 355 overall. He's got 7 home runs. Leads the team in RBIs with 32. Second on the team when runs scored with 37. I tell you what, if you talk about Blaze Berry, it's hard to say. I mean, certainly, I think every time the Lions have stepped on the field this season, he has been the best player on the field regardless of who's in either dugout. As Berry has been able to do it both at the plate, in the field, playing shortstop for the Lions, or on the bump. He is truly a complete baseball player. A young man who started his career at Mississippi State, was there for a semester, and then transferred here to East Mississippi. The Bulldogs kind of wanted to make Berry a pitcher only. Berry had other ideas, decided to come here to Scuba. Ball gets away from Turnage. That's going to allow Wesso to hustle down to second base on the passed ball. So it'll be a pass ball on Turnage. And Sides now in scoring position. But getting back to Berry, again, comes to Scuba and has really been able to show off everything that he can do on the diamond in all 3 facets. That young man will move on to UAB next season. Certainly help the move for the Blazers from Conference USA to the American Athletic Conference. Chopper down to Greene. Just eat him up. E5. That ball just ate up Greene all the way around. He set back on his heels, got the bad hop, didn't charge the baseball, and paid dearly for it. So that'll be an error on the third baseman, Austin Greene. And that'll, with 2 outs, have 2 men aboard for Trey Trosclair. Good base running by Sides right there, not running into a tag. Even though it was 2 outs, just stayed at home and watched Greene just boot it over there at third. So Trosclair, another chopper out in no man's land. Long throw. And they're going to get Trosclair. Good play by the shortstop, Leighton Jenkins, across the diamond, deep in the 6-hole over to Colton Smith. So that'll get Trosclair, and that'll do it for the Lions here in the home half of the first as they go away empty, straining a pair. As we will head to the top of the second. You're watching EMCCathletics.com.
Number 21, JT Vance.
Back here in the top of the second, it'll be 5, 6, and 7 for East Central. JT Vance to lead things off for the Warriors. He'll be followed by Cade Turnage and Ramey Harrison, the designated hitter. As Cade Davis begins his second full inning of work. First offering to Vance. Right down the heart of the plate. Nice frame piece right there by Shannon. Vance, a .345 hitter, got 4 home runs, 9 doubles, and driven in 30. The 1-1 swung on that one's going to get foul. So a ball and 2 strikes now to JT Vance, the right fielder for the Warriors. That one misses down and away. That'll even things at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Breaking ball, that one fouled straight back. Good job by Vance just getting a piece of that to stay alive. Again, crowd still kind of filing in here, but a good crowd here for this best 2 out of 3 series. All 3 games will be played here on the campus of East Mississippi. I believe they call this the Salesman Special. 2 o'clock first pitch. Everybody playing a little hooky. Chopper out to Barry. He's over quickly. Fires a strike across the diamond to sides. That's an easy routine play. 6-3 if you're scoring at home. And I believe you are, Zane Barry, for the first out of the inning.
Up next, East Central catcher, number 27, Cade Turnage.
That'll bring up the catcher, Cade Turnage. Sophomore Cade Turnage from Picayune, a .281 hitter. Swings at the first pitch. Little soft foul ball off the hands. Fouled straight back. The 0-1 from Davis. That one misses upstairs to Turnage. The 1-1. That one misses wide. Now Turnage working the count in his favor. 2 balls and a strike. Getting 1 out here in the top of the second if you're just joining us. Swung on that one, going to get out in the left field. So Turnage is going to have the first base knock. That one misplayed out there by Bates. Turnage digging for 2, and he's in there. We'll see if that has scored a double or a single with an error on Bates. But either way, so it is going to be considered a double. So Turnage reaches on a double out to left field. And with 1 out, the Warriors have a man in scoring position again.
Designated hitter, number 30, Rainey Harrison.
That'll bring up the DH, the left-handed hitting Ramey Harrison. Harrison, a .293 hitter. Got a pair of bombs, a triple, and 6 doubles. Driven in 17. First pitch from Davis, a chopper. Wesso's over. He's going to flip it to Davis for the second out of the inning. That'll be 3-1 on your scorebook, and Turnage will move down to third.
Up next, first baseman, number 25, Colston Smith.
Really nice execution right there between Sides and Davis on the old PFP to get the designated hitter Harrison. That'll bring up now the first baseman Colton Smith, the 8-hole hitter for the Warriors. Get you the numbers on Smith after this pitch. Breaking ball dropped in, and it is a dandy. A big old fat yacker off the right hand of Davis. Dropped in for a strike. Smith, a .311 hitter on the season. He's got 5 home runs. Swung on that one, hit hard, but going to be foul, thankfully for the Lions, as that one had extra bases written all over it and certainly would have scored Turnage from third base. That ball was hammered. Almost took out our third base umpire. 3-man crew. That's Mr. Gary over there at third base. Swung on that one, going to be lifted out in the left field. That will score Turnage for the first run of the ball game. Here comes Smith digging for second, and he will be in there with a stand-up double. So the Warriors strike blood first here in the top of the second, get on the board as they lead 1-0.
To the plate for East Central, shortstop number 3, Leighton Jenkins.
So with 2 outs and a man out at second base in the form of the first baseman Colton Smith, that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter Leighton Jenkins, a .288 hitter. Jenkins also got several home runs, got 3 on the year. Driven in 28 overall. Also has 1 triple and 7 doubles. This group from Decatur can really swing the bat. First pitch from Davis, misses inside. A 1-0. Davis set, looks back towards Smith's way. Fastball again, misses upstairs, so Jenkins ahead in the count, 2-0. So we'll see if Davis can come back and get ahead. Fastball swing and a miss. Right through the bat of Jenkins. That'll be 2 balls and a strike now. Again, 2 outs, a man aboard. As you can see there, 1-0 East Central at the top of your screen. The 2-1, another swing and miss. I actually got a piece of that. Just chopped it foul, so that'll even things with deuces across the board here with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. So we'll see if Davis can put away Jenkins and get out of this inning with only giving up the 1 run. Now Shannon calls time behind the dish. Make sure he gets the right finger down towards Davis's way. As Davis peers down, looking down at Shannon. Gets the sign, comes set. Swing and a miss. So that'll do it for Jenkins, and that'll do it for the Warriors here in the top of the second, but not before. They pick up 1 run on 2 hits. They strand a man out at second base. We will head to the home half. Warriors leading the Lions by a score of 1-0, but the good guys coming to bat. Stay with us. You're watching EMCCathletics.com.
Leading off the bottom of the second for East Mississippi, designated hitter number 17, Zach Griffin.
Bottom of the second, Lions down 1-0 in this one as the Warriors put up a run in the top half. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for the Lions as the designated hitter, Zach Griffin, going to get things rolling here. Watches that pitch, 1 hop into the mid of Turnage. Get you the numbers on Griffin here momentarily. Swung on that one, chopped foul, so that'll even things at 1-1. Griffin, a .241 hitter, really has taken over that DH role here probably the last 6 to 8 games. done a nice job swinging it from the left side. Got 2 home runs, driven in 11. So he fights that one off, and he's now behind in the count of ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 now from Edwards. Swing and a miss. Got him way out front on the breaking ball. So Griffin goes down on strikes.
To the plate for the Lions, left fielder number 24, Bo Bates.
So that'll bring up Bo Bates. Bates, a .275 hitter. Got 14 extra base hits, 5 doubles, 3 triples, 6 home runs, driven in 30. First offering from Edwards. That one misses upstairs. Swung on. That one's going to get out into center field. So Bates is going to be on with a 1-out single. That one hit well. And Bates continues to swing a hot bat.
To the plate for East Mississippi, catcher number 23, Cade Shannon.
So that'll bring up the 8-hole hitter, number 23, Cade Shannon. Shannon, a .220 hitter. He's got 4 home runs, 3 doubles, driven in 17. Snap throw over. Bates ahead of the tag. First pitch. Shannon swung on that one, fouled off the mask of Turnage. Fouled straight back. So we got Cade Shannon at the plate. Cade Turnage behind the plate. And I guess I should have mentioned when the Lions were in the field, it would have been Cade Davis pitching to Cade Turnage with Cade Shannon catching. The 0-1 now to Shannon. Breaking ball misses inside. Almost got a piece of Shannon. So that'll even things at 1 apiece. Outfield playing pretty much straight away. The 1-1. That one catches the inside corner, so a ball and 2 strikes on to Shannon. Wind kind of blowing out just a little bit out towards left field at this point. Kind of died down a little bit. It's pretty brisk earlier. So a ball and 2 strikes now to Shannon. Bates over at first. Swing and a miss. Shannon goes down swinging. Snap throw from Turnage. Bates back ahead of the throw. So that'll be the second out of the inning. Shannon fans on the high fastball. And with 2 outs, that'll bring up Hunter French. We'll see if Frenchie can get something going here with 2 outs and a man aboard. Swung on that one, fouled back. If the Lions are going to have success today, they're going to have to get into Edwards here and try to knock him from the game. He is East Central's #1 on the bump, and they felt like they had an opportunity that they could get into the pen early on. But Edwards really has done a nice job through the first couple innings thus far, through an inning and 2/3. Swing and a miss to Frenchie. So now it'll be a ball and 2 strikes now to Hunter. We'll see if perhaps Bates may get on the move here with 2 outs. And French behind in the count. There goes Bates. Throw down from Turnage. Bates is in there with a stolen base. So now that'll put a line out in scoring position. So we'll see if French can even things up here with 1 swing. Definitely deuces across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the second. Chopper right back to Edwards. He snares it. He will hustle over, flip to Smith for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Lions strand a runner. They pick up the knock from Bates, but can't get him around as we will head to the top of the 3rd as the Lions trail the Warriors by a score of 1-0. Stay with us. We'll be back here in about 30 seconds on EMCCathletics.com.
Top of the 3rd inning for East Central. Back to the top of the lineup. Center fielder number 1, Clayton Cook.
Hey, top of the 3rd inning. East Central leads East Mississippi by a score of 1-0. The Warriors have turned over the lineup. It'll be 1-2-3 for East Central. Cook, Lewis, and Collins to lead things off as they face Cade Davis for their 2nd opportunity today. First pitch from the aforementioned Davis dropped in for a strike. Good breaking ball to get things going on Cook. So 0-1 now. Davis from the windup. Swung on that one, lifted out to left center. Bates giving chase. He'll haul it in on the run for the 1st out of the inning. Good range by the left fielder, Bo Bates, running deep into the gap, hauling that one in for the 1st out of the inning.
To the plate for the Warriors, left fielder number 6, Trey Lewis.
So again, that'll bring up the 2-hole hitter, the left fielder, Trey Lewis. Lewis softly lined out to Barry back in the 1st inning. Breaking ball misses down low. The 1-1 now from Davis. Swung on that one, lifted, going to get out of play. Sides gives chase, but that'll go beyond his range. So a ball and 2 strikes now to the 2-hole hitter, Trey Lewis. Looks like Davis has certainly settled in. Long look into Shannon. Now Davis from the windup. That one hit the bull. Over the catcher Shannon and over our home plate umpire. Back to the screen. So Davis looking to announce his presence with authority. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Lewis. Swung on that one, hit over our heads here in the box. So good battle between Davis and Lewis. That one misses down and in, so that will push the count full. That one pretty close, but Lewis just spit on that one. So payoff pitch coming from Davis here momentarily. It looks like we're going to have a check on Davis. Perhaps maybe he's got a blister on the hand. Not sure what's going on, but the head coach for the Lions, Coach Kimbrell, out there along with sports medicine staff and our home plate umpire. And Cade Shannon going to offer his medical advice on Davis as well. Now Sides will kind of come in and assess the situation too from afar. No activity in the Lions bullpen. So it looks like Davis will be done. Not sure if it's a blister, but I tell you what, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back here when we figure out, once the things get sorted out here. So looks like Cade Davis, the starter for the Lions, will be done. His afternoon will be done. Perhaps maybe he has a blister on the hand. Not sure what the situation is, but we'll take a short break, and we'll be back momentarily when we figure out what's going on from here. Stay with us. You're watching EMCCathletics.com. Back here in the top of the third, trying to catch you up here. It appears East Mississippi starter Cade Davis has been removed from the game for an injury. Not sure if it was a blister or elbow. He's over behind the dugout now talking with the sports medicine staff along with his family, so not really sure what the situation is at this point. We'll get you an update on that as soon as we have one. But more importantly, Grant Johnson, the G unit, stepping in a big, big spot for the Lions. Get you the numbers on Johnson here just momentarily after this, certainly the meeting of the minds on the mound between he and Shannon. And yes, I say that with a great deal of sarcasm. It'll be Johnson's 5th appearance on the season. He's got 1 save. He's thrown 14 innings, 4.50 ERA. And he comes in quite a pickle. Inheriting a 3-2 count, 1 out. And he's got to eat some innings up. First pitch, and it is a bender, and it is a dandy. That one fouled back. But he's got to eat up some innings here as we are just in the top of the third with 1 out. But Johnson certainly can do that. Did a nice job in relief. Probably stayed about an inning too long last week, but threw over 5 innings in relief. Swung on that one, fouled straight back. Johnson's going to run a fastball up there somewhere low to mid 80s. But he'll drop that arm angle down, and it's going to come out of his hand like a Frisbee. Swung on that one, going to be lifted out to Bates. He'll take a step in and haul in that fly ball off the bat of Trey Lewis for the 2nd out of the inning.
Up next for East Central, second baseman, number 5, Eli Collins.
So that'll bring up the 3-hole hitter, Eli Collins. Collins flied out to Medlen back in the top of the 1st inning. But getting back to Johnson, again, he's going to change arm angles. Ball is going to have all kinds of wicked movement to it. And we see it right there. And again, that one just fouled off the front foot of Eli Collins. Johnson, of course, last year played for East Central. So certainly a little more on the line from a personal standpoint with that young man. Looking at a little something to prove for the G unit. And a good pitch and a good job behind the dish by Shannon. Nice frame piece. And now Collins behind in the count, 0-2. 0-2 chopper over to Trosclair. 1 hop, he's up with it, going to fire a strike across the sides. That'll do it. 5-3 on the putout of Collins. So 3 up, 3 down with a little bit of an injury intermission. But the Warriors go away 1-2-3 here in the top of the third. Good guys coming to bat as they trail 1-0. You're watching EMCCathletics.com. Back here in the bottom of the third, 1-2-3 for the Lions. Medlen, Holmes, and Sides looking to kick things off versus the starter for the Warriors, Grant Edwards.
Leading off the bottom of the 3rd inning for East Mississippi. Top of the lineup, right fielder, number 14, Ethan Medlen.
And during that break, as Grant Johnson got his warm-up tosses, it was quickly pointed out to me We've got 2 Grants on the mound and 2 Cades behind the plate. Couldn't make that up if we tried. And that first pitch is going to hit Medlen, so he will reach for the second time today.
To the plate for the Lions, second baseman number 3, Colby Holmes.
Medlen reached on an infield single in that top of the first, but was quickly picked off by Edwards. Questionable call. But more importantly now, Medlen back on with Colby Holmes at the dish. No outs here in the bottom of the third. First pitch from Edwards. Swung on that one, lifted high, but gonna get foul out of play. Good poke by Holmes. That one had the distance, but about 35 feet to the left of the left field foul pole. So a long, loud strike off the barrel from Holmes. Wesley Sides awaits on deck. Got action down in the pen for the Lions. Swung on that one, gonna hit right up the middle. Double play ball, 6-4-3. Jenkins, Collins, Smith. And quickly, just like that, 2 pitches and now 2 outs.
To the plate for EMCC, first baseman number 34, Wesley Sides.
That ball hit well right to the glove side of Jenkins, playing up, shading up the middle. And that was an easy turn. Now Edwards faces off versus Sides. Sides walked back in the the bottom of the first. Will later be stranded out at second base. Walked on 4 pitches. And again, I mentioned this last inning. If the Lions were going to have success today, they really needed to get to Edwards early, try to get into the pen of East Central. Felt like they had a chance if they could chase Edwards from the game. But instead, Davis is in fact chased to the. That ball's got a chance. Going, gone! And Wesley Sides goes big fly, his 10th home run of the season, and we've got a tie ball game. Sides, the sophomore, coming through once again for the Lions. As I mentioned in his first at bat, really a complete hitter is Sides, able to spray the ball around the field. He picks up his 10th home run of the season and does it in a big way. That went out to the right center field gap, and he ties it with just 1 swing of the bat.
To the plate for the Lions, shortstop, 2, Blaze Berry.
So that'll bring up the 4-hole hitter, Blaze Berry. Berry reached on an error by the third baseman, Greene. Hit a chopper down to third base that just ate Greene up. The 1-0 from Edwards. That one catches the outside corner. 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error for East Central. 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors for East Mississippi. 1-1 just fouled straight down. Edwards peers down a turn as gets the sign, the 1-2. That one, breaking ball misses down and away, so that even things at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 swung on and missed. Good fastball up in the zone. Berry swung right through it. So that'll do it for Berry, and that'll do it for the Lions here in the home half of the third. But more importantly, they tie things up with a big swing from Wesley Sides as we will head to the top of the fourth, tied up at 1. You're watching EMCCathletics.com. Back here in the top of the fourth, all tied up at 1. As Grant Johnson begins his first full inning of work.
The fourth inning for East Central. Third baseman number 4, Austin Greene.
First pitch from Johnson misses down and away. That's the third baseman for East Central, Austin Greene, at the dish. That one catches the outside corner. Good spot by Johnson. Greene flied out to Bates back in the first to end the frame. The 1-1. That one misses down low. The 2-1, that one misses wide. So now Johnson behind in the count to Greene. 3 balls and a strike. So that'll be a leadoff walk surrendered by Greene. Not the way you want to start the frame.
Now batting for the Warriors. Right fielder number 21, J.T. Vance.
So J.T. Vance will get his second opportunity at the dish today. Grounded out to Barry back in the top of the second inning. We'll see if he can do the same, perhaps roll a double play ball. First pitch from Johnson. That one hit Vance. So a 5-pitch walk to Greene, and now the first pitch to Vance hits him on the left thigh.
Now batting East Central catcher.
And not a good start here in the top of the fourth. Again, action down in the pen for the Lions. I believe that's Jonah Posey getting loose in a hurry, along with Austin Garrison. That'll bring up the catcher for the Warriors, Cade Turnage. Turnage squares the bunt. That one misses wide, way wide. Turnage doubled back in the second, would later come around the score on a double by Smith. 2 at-bats later. Wouldn't be surprised to see Turnage again square around. No outs with 2 men aboard. The 1-0, and he does just that. That one misses down low. That's Sides on the right side of your screen, charging in from first base for the Lions. Trosclair staying at home over at the hot corner. The 2-0 now to Turnage. Squares the bunt early. That's going to go right back to Johnson. He's going to whip around, fire to Trosclair. Ball a little off the mark by Trosclair. Nice athletic play. Rather than being able to get his foot on the bag, slaps the tag onto Greene, and that'll be a 1-5 putout of Greene for the first out of the inning. Really nice play by Johnson and Trosclair. So Vance will move up to second. Turnage reaches on the fielder's choice. And it'll be 1 out with the same situation. Runners at first and second. And that'll bring up the DH, Ramey Harrison. First pitch to Harrison, going to be slapped out to right field. Here comes the throw in from Medlen. Shannon's going to slap it on him. The ball kicks off of Shannon's glove on the throw. Looks like there was a collision. We've got time now. There seemed to be contact between Vance and Shannon on the play. So it looks like Shannon's going to be okay after the collision. But the Warriors will plate their second run of the ball game. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Colton Smith. Smith doubled and drove in Turnage for the first run of the ball game for the Warriors back in the second. The 1-0 from Johnson. Squeeze play. That one's going to be foul. A suicide squeeze. And the Warriors almost executed that one to perfection. Turnage was racing home from third. But Smith couldn't get it down. That one went foul, thankfully, for the Lions. This East Central team has been known to play small ball. Neil Holloman, well known for it. Again, that's Turnage down at third. Harrison at second. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Johnson. And now Smith in the hole, a ball and 2 strikes. So big pitch coming up for Johnson. If he can punch out Smith, the 9-hole hitter Jenkins awaits on deck. The 1-2. Swung on that one, chopped foul. So Johnson comes up with here ahead in the count. Needs a punch out desperately. 1-2. And that should have been it. That one missed upstairs, according to our home plate umpire. That one looked awful good, and the East Mississippi faithful down below are not happy with that decision by our home plate umpire. So that'll even things at 2-2. That one swung on and missed. Shannon will throw it down. They will get Smith on the throw down. Good job executing that one. Blocked up by Shannon, throws down the sides. Johnson alertly covers the plate, not allowing Turnage to advance. So that'll be the second out of the inning. Big pitch by Smith. Good job executing between Shannon, sides, and Johnson after that pitch. And now with 2 outs, that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Leighton Jenkins. First pitch to Jenkins. Swung on that one, going to get out of play. And if Johnson can limit the damage to just this 1 run, certainly will be somewhat of a victory considering East Central had 2 men aboard and no outs. And if he can get out of this jam and retire Jenkins unscathed beyond just the 1 run, certainly would be a big victory for Johnson and the Lions. The 0-1, that one misses wide. The 1-1, swung on that one right into the glove of Trosclair, who leaps up and snares it for the 3rd out of the inning. Trey Trosclair with his 2nd web gem of the inning as he snares that liner from Jenkins, and that'll do it for Jenkins, and that'll do it for the Warriors in the top of the 4th inning as they pick up a run, but they strand a pair. And we will head to the home half. Lions trail by a run, 2-1 East Central. Stay with us. You're watching EMCCathletics.com. Bottom of the fourth for the Lions. It'll be 5, 6, and 7. Trosclair, Griffith, and Bates to lead things off here versus the starter for East Central, Grant Edwards. Really done a nice job. Only surrendered 3 hits thus far. And the first pitch to Trosclair is sliced foul, out of play. The 0-1 misses down low. Getting the numbers on Edwards thus far. He's thrown 3 innings, given up, surrendered 3 hits, the 1 run, struck out 4, and walked just 1. Swung on that one's going to get down the line, snared by Greene on the backhand, throws a strike across the diamond, showing off the arm is Austin Greene. And he's going to retire Trosclair 5-3. That one hit well, but got to tip your cap to Greene making the backhanded play and retiring Trosclair on a laser across the diamond 5-3. As Griffin squares the bunt. That one misses down low. So 1-0. Swung on that one, lifted high in the left field. Lewis going to range to his right. Will haul it in for the second out of the inning. So that'll bring up Bo Bates.
EMCC, the fielder, number 24, Bo Bates.
As that one is fouled straight back. That was pitch number 47 on the afternoon for Edwards. Really hasn't worked too deep in the counts. He kind of muscled that one up. You could hear the grunt from up here. But one hop that one past Turnage. One breaking ball, and Bates just swung right through it. Bates singled back in the second inning, but would later be stranded out at second base. Another breaking ball that we hear Edwards grunting, and you can visibly see his frustration with himself missing on that pitch. Now the count will be even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. And the pitch, that one again misses. And Edwards seems to be having some issues with his control here. Had the quick out to Trosclair, a couple of pitches, and also just a couple of pitches to Griffin. And now the payoff pitch. That one swing and a miss. He finds the groove there, and he fans Bates to end the frame as the Lions go away quietly here in the bottom of the fourth. 1-2-3. As we will head to the top of the fifth. Lions trail the Warriors by 1. Stay with us. You're watching EMCCathletics.com. Top of the 5th. East Central leading this one by a score of 2-1. We are back around to the top of the lineup again for the Warriors. It'll be Cook, Lewis, and Collins to lead things off here in the top of the 5th. Cook 0 for 1 today, walked to lead things off in the top of the 1st, and then flew out to Bates back in the 3rd. Swings at the first offering from Johnson. That one's going to get foul out of play as Shannon and Sides give chase. That one's going to one hop on the concrete. Again, activity down in the Lions' pen. That's Austin Garrison, AG getting loose. Posey is set down. Both were getting loose. That one skied high in the left field. Bates giving chase, and he'll haul it in. My apologies for hitting the camera. Got a little excited on that fly ball. So my apologies there. So Cook flies out to Bates. And that'll bring up the 2-hole hitter, Trey Lewis. Lewis 0 for 2 on the day. Hit the soft liner to Barry in the 1st, and then flew out to Bates in the 3rd. And Johnson quickly fires a strike to Lewis. See if Johnson can find a little groove here. Breaking ball, chopped foul. That one had a little English on it. The 0-2 just misses off the plate. Shannon and Johnson both wanted that call. If you're just joining us, Grant Johnson in relief of the starter for the Lions, Cade Davis. Davis had to be removed from the game a couple innings ago. That one swing and a miss. So Johnson picks up his 2nd strikeout of the game as he fans Lewis on the high fastball, and that'll bring up, with 2 outs, the 3-hole hitter, second baseman Eli Collins.
Next for East Central, second baseman number 5, Eli Collins.
Again, Davis suffered an injury, what is being called a nerve injury on that elbow. Breaking ball dropped in for a strike, and that was a dandy from Johnson. Again, let's hope that the G unit can settle in here and eat up some innings for the Lions. Now, Collins call time, step out. The 0-1. Johnson drops down. That one in on the hands of Collins. He fouled that one straight back. I'd be remiss if I didn't certainly remark on that wicked flow, that salad coming out of the back of the lid of Johnson out there on the bump. That is some nice looking flow out of the back of that lid. Makes me jealous a little bit. I don't think Johnson's had a haircut in about a year. Looks good in the wind, just kind of flowing out there. Swing and a miss. And Grant with some emotion as he fans Collins, picks up 2 strikeouts as the Warriors go away quietly, but Johnson will head to the Lions dugout, very loud and very emotional with his 2nd strikeout as he fans the Warriors. 1, 2, 3. We will head to the bottom of the 5th. East Mississippi trailing by 1. Stay with us. You're watching EMCCathletics.com.
8th for East Mississippi. Catcher number 23, Cade Shannon.
Back here in the bottom of the 5th, it'll be 8-9-1 for the Lions. Shannon, Frenchie, and Medlen to get things going here versus the starter for the Warriors, Grant Edwards. As he begins his 5th full inning of work. First pitch to Shannon. Swung on. That one going to be laced out to center field. That one's going to get down, so Shannon's going to be on with a leadoff knock. And a good start for Shannon and the Lions here in the 5th. Good swing by the meathead down there now at first base. And that'll bring up Frenchie. French grounded out to Edwards back in the second inning. Got some activity down in the Warriors bullpen, down beyond the right field wall. I'll get you that name and number here momentarily as the snap throw over to Shannon. That's Miles Miller, a righty, getting loose from Southeast Lauderdale, a sophomore. Edwards has now thrown 53 pitches on the day. That one misses up and away. We'll see if maybe French might lay one down here. The 1-0, swing away. That one hammered, hit right on the screws. Cook going back. Ball hit well. That's two well-struck balls. But that one right at Cook for the first out of the inning. Good piece of hitting by Frenchie, but nothing to show for it.
Right fielder number 14, Ethan Medlen.
And that'll turn over the lineup for the Lions as Ethan Medlen, with his 3rd plate appearance on the day, singled an infield single back in the 1st and walked in the 3rd. Swung on that one, going to be laced foul. Just in front of the 3rd base coach for the Lions, Chase Reeves. Reeves also the recruiting coordinator for the program. The 0-1 now to Medlen. Swing and a miss on a breaker. Good pitch, way out in front of that hammer from Edwards. And Medlen in the hole, 0-2. The 0-2 misses wide, so that'll be a ball and 2 strikes now to Medlen. Again, Shannon over at first base, reached on a leadoff single to center field on the first pitch he saw. The 1-2 now to Medlen. Swing and a miss. So Medlen will go down swinging after he can't get a piece of that breaker from Edwards for the 2nd out of the inning.
Second baseman number 3, Colby Holmes.
So Colby Holmes, with 2 outs and a man aboard, will get his 3rd crack at Edwards. He's 0 for 2 on the day, struck out in the 1st and then grounded into a double play back in the 3rd. As he weakly fouls that one for the first strike on him. Now looking back into the Lions pen, that is Jonah Posey getting loose once again as Garrison is set down. So we'll see how much longer Grant Johnson can hold off the Warriors. The 0-1 now coming to Holmes. That one misses wide. That'll even things at 1-1. One blocked up by Turnage. That one almost scooted to the backstop. Good job by Turnage keeping that one in front. Shannon took a couple of steps towards second base and put on the brakes. So 2 balls and a strike now to Holmes. Swung on, that's going to be a chopper out to Jenkins. He will flip to Collins for the third out of the inning. So that'll do it for the Lions here in the bottom of the fifth. They have pick up a hit, but unfortunately they strand a runner. We will head to the top of the sixth. East Central still leading this one by a score of 2-1. Stay with us. You're watching EMCCathletics.com.
Leading off the top of the sixth inning for East Central, third baseman number 4, Austin Greene.
Back here in the top of the sixth, East Central leading this one by a score of 2-1 as Grant Johnson doing a nice job in relief of the injured starter for the Lions, Cade Davis. 4, 5, and 6 for the Warriors. First pitch that the third baseman Greene sees, he slices that one out to left field. Good piece of hitting as Greene just takes that fastball from Johnson, slices it into the six hole beyond the outstretched glove of Barry at shortstop for a leadoff single.
To the plate for the Warriors, right fielder number 21, J.T. Vance.
That'll bring up the 5-hole hitter, J.T. Vance. Vance 0 for 1 on the afternoon, grounded out to Barry in the second and walked and scored the second run of the game for East Central. Swing and a miss by Vance. Good pitch by Johnson, just tied up Vance in on his hands. As he steps out, looks towards the third base box, towards the head coach of the Warriors, Neil Holloman down there. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a stolen base here, or stolen base attempt, I should say. Another swing and a miss by Vance, a big hack. And another really nice job by Johnson. A snap throw over sides, applies the tag, but Greene back ahead of that. So Johnson ahead of the count to Vance, 0-2. That one misses wide. Johnson is now about to throw his 40th pitch on the afternoon. The 1-2. Swung on that one, lifted out to Frenchie. He'll range back with his right foot on the track. But that'll be a routine fly ball for Frenchie out in center field, and that will get Vance for the first out of the inning.
Up next, East Central
So that'll bring up Cade Turnage now. Turnage, 1 for 2 in the afternoon, doubled, scored the first run of the ball game for East Central, then reached on a fielder's choice, bunted right back to Johnson, which he threw to third to Trosclair. So Turnage, 1 for 2 in the afternoon, swung on, one hopper by Barry. It is a gem. Almost able to turn a 6-4-3 double play. Holmes dropped the baseball out of his glove on the transfer, so they're going to get Greene on a 6-4 fielder's choice, and once again, Turnage reaches
to the plate, designated hitter number 30, Rainey Harrison.
On the fielder's choice. So with 2 outs, it'll now be Turnage out at first base, and the designated hitter, Rainey Harrison, up. A little excuse me swing, foul ball. Harrison 1 for 2 on the afternoon, grounded out to sides, a 3-1 put out in the second, and then singled back in the fourth. The 0-1. Breaking ball just misses. Again, Johnson came in relief back in the third. Davis had thrown 2 1/3 innings, and then just all of a sudden called out the sports medicine staff and the head coach for the Lions and suffered an apparent nerve injury to his elbow. That one, again, a nice piece of hitting by Harrison. Just takes the ball the other way and slices that one out to left field. Again, got to tip your cap. Got to tip your cap to Harrison. That ball in the outer half, and he just laced it out to left field for a 2-out single. So that'll put 2 men aboard. And it looks like we will have a pinch hitter for the first baseman, Smith. So again, as Harrison picks up his second hit of the game, and his second hit out to left field. We'll see what Neil Holloman calls for here. We've got a pinch hitter for Smith. I believe that is going to be Austin Lee, the other first baseman listed on the roster for East Central, a sophomore, big sophomore from Germantown.
Correction, pitch hitting for East Central, number 23, Austin Lee.
Get you the numbers on Lee here after this pitch. And it looks like we're going to have a mound visit as the pitching coach for the Lions, Hunter Floyd, going to have a word with Grant Johnson along with Shannon. Those numbers on the pinch hitter, Austin Lee, 122 hitter. He's got 1 home run, 1 triple, 3 doubles, and driven in 12. So not a very good average, but has done some damage when he's hit the ball. And so Floyd's words of wisdom have been imparted to both Johnson and Shannon as he will stroll back to the dugout. And I mean stroll, Floyd's got a little swag about that walk back and forth from the mound. As my partners in crime up here, Miss Jenny Cody shakes her head and laughs a little bit with a smirk. So Johnson now to the pinch hitter, Austin Lee. Swung on, and Lee's going to come through. Here comes Turnage around third. He will score, and Harrison going to be held up at third. So Holloman making the right call as the pinch hitter, Lee, comes through in the clutch and hammers the first pitch he sees down the right field line, and it is 3-1 East Central. So Lee with the 2-out pinch hit double, and that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, shortstop Leighton Jenkins. As he fouls the first pitch, he sees back. Jenkins 0 for 2 on the afternoon, struck out in the second, and then lined to Trosclair hard back in the fourth to end the frame, as Trosclair saved at least 1, possibly 2 runs. And Johnson misses up and away with that one. Pretty frustrated expression from Johnson out on the bump. Really wanted that pitch. So I leave things at 1-1. Again, Harrison over to third, Lee out at second. The 1-1 sliced high into right field. Medlen giving chase glove side. He will haul it in to retire Jenkins, and that will do it for the Warriors here in the top of the 6th, but not before they pick up another run and extend the lead 3-1 as the Lions are coming to bat. Stay with us. You're watching EMCCathletics.com.
Mississippi. First baseman number 34, Wesley Sides.
Bottom of the 6th, and the Lions trail the Warriors of East Central by a score of 3-1 here. But an opportunity for the good guys to get going here quickly with Sides, Berry, and Trosclair up at the dish. Sides, of course, had the solo home run back in the second inning, as this is his 3rd opportunity facing Edwards. Swung on that one, lifted into right field, got some carry to it, but Vance will haul it in right in front of the wall. A good poke by Sides, but not quite enough as he is retired.
Shortstop number 2, Blaze.
And that'll bring up Blaze Berry. Berry 0 for 2 on the day, certainly is due. Berry came into this afternoon with a .355 average. 3rd on the team in home runs with 7. Leads the team in RBIs with 32. Leads the team in hits with 54. As he watches that one miss off the plate, that'll even things at 1 apiece. Would not be a bad time to find a gap. Again, these two teams back in action tomorrow right here in Scuba. 2 o'clock first pitch, but we've got a weather front coming through later this evening and tomorrow morning, so stay tuned. Find updates on the Twitter from Miss Jenny Cody. But that weather's supposed to get out of here probably sometime mid to late morning. It may not even have to change first pitch time. So stay tuned for tomorrow. And again, first pitch supposed to be a 2 o'clock start, weather permitting. if the weather is worse than anticipated and these two teams could not play tomorrow, we will play a doubleheader on Saturday from what I've told. And that went behind Barry. You don't see that very often. So Edwards almost hits Barry, but instead hits the mascot, hits the bull. And that'll run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Barry. The payoff pitch. And Blaze thought it was ball 4, but our home plate umpire said nay, nay. And Barry goes down looking for the second out of the inning.
Next up, third baseman number 12, Trey Trosclair.
And this will bring up, with 2 outs, Trey Trosclair. Tros 0 for 2 as well. He's certainly due on the day. Grounded out to the shortstop Jenkins in the first and the third baseman Greene in the fourth. Really nice. He's hit the ball hard both at bats, but really nice plays by both Jenkins and Greene. Both of them backhanded the hard hit ground balls by Trosclair and threw him out. Swung on that one, lifted high into right field. Vance took a couple steps back, now will race in. He will haul it in to retire Trosclair and to retire the Lions here in the bottom of the 6th as they go away quietly, 1, 2, 3. And we will head to the top of the 7th. You're watching EMCCathletics.com. Top of the 7th, East Central leading this one by a score of 3-1 over East Mississippi. It'll be Cook, Lewis, and Collins to get things going for the Warriors here in the top of the 7th. That's 1, 2, and 3 on the lineup card for Neil Holloman and East Central. As Grant Johnson continues to battle for the Lions, first pitch thrown from Johnson is off the top of the wall. That's going to be a leadoff double for Cook. Bates played it off the wall well. That one, it appeared it was going to be foul, but just hooked in there, got the top left corner of the wall here. And we'll see, that may be it for Grant Johnson as the head coach for the Lions, Brett Kimbrell, out to have a word with Johnson. And it will indeed be it for the G unit. So tremendous effort for Grant in relief of the injured starter, Cade Davis. And it will be Austin Garrison's turn to take over now in relief of Johnson and try to put out the flames here with the leadoff man aboard here in the top of the 7th. We're going to take a short break while Garrison gets his warm-up tosses. Stay with us. You're watching EMCCathletics.com. Austin Garrison now in the game on for Grant Johnson. This will be AG's third appearance on the bump. Only thrown 3 innings thus far. Giving up 1 hit, 1 run. Struck out 2 and walked 5. An ERA of 3. And he is in a tight spot for the Lions. He inherits that runner out at second base in the form of Clayton Cook, the leadoff man for East Central, who doubled on the first pitch he saw from Johnson, and now facing the 2-hole hitter Trey Lewis. Wouldn't be surprised maybe if Lewis drops one down as Garrison misses wide. Both Garrison and Jonah Posey were up in the pen. Garrison gets the nod. And a tough spot in as he's got to really retire 3 in a row. Cannot afford to give up another run. As that one misses low. Again, the Lions trailing the Warriors by a score of 3-1 here in the top of the 7th, and really have not really had much of an answer for the starter for East Central, Grant Edwards. He scattered 4 hits throughout 6 innings. That one misses wide, so now Garrison in the hole to Lewis, 3-0. And the 3-0 pitch misses down low. So that's a 4-pitch walk surrendered by Garrison to Lewis. And that'll put 2 men aboard and no outs. And I certainly would expect
Second baseman number 5, Eli Collins.
And again, I certainly would expect Collins to perhaps lay one down, even though he is the 3-hole hitter. As Holloman went through a multitude of signs over in the third base coach's box with 2 men aboard and no outs. Sides already in on the grass at first base. He does indeed square. Garrison misses down low, so that's 5 consecutive misfires from Garrison. Get you the numbers, the final numbers on Grant Johnson here after this pitch. The 1-0 misses down low, so that's 6 consecutive misses now by Garrison. Johnson threw 3 2/3 innings for the injured Cade Davis, the starter for the Lions. Surrendered 5 hits, 2 runs, both of those were earned. Struck out 3 and walked 1. Through a combined 49 pitches on the day. The 2-0 now to Collins. That one catches the top part of the zone, even though Collins pulled back. Probably a good decision by Collins to pull back. Probably would have popped that one up. Again, 2 men aboard for the Warriors. That's Cook, who doubled to kick things off here for the Warriors in the 7th. And then Lewis, who walked on 4. Collins again squares. He's going to bunt it. Garrison's going to fire over to Trosclair. Really nice job by AG fielding his position. Cat-like reflexes off the bump. Popped off, fired over to Trosclair for the fielder's choice. That's 1-5 on the putout of Cook. Should be noted, of course, Garrison is also an infielder on this team. Will play shortstop when Barry comes in to pitch. So nothing foreign about that for that play for Garrison. Does a nice job fielding his position for the first out of the inning. And now pumps a strike immediately to Greene. So that's Lewis now out at second, Collins over at first, and the cleanup hitter Austin Greene at the dish. Greene 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Has flown out to Bates in the first, walked in the 4th, and then singled back in the 6th. Quick move by Garrison. That one on the wrong side of the bag to really get the runner out at second base, Lewis. The 0-2. Swung on that one, fouled straight back. Long look to second. Now Garrison to the plate, swung on again. That one fouled off the hands of the cleanup hitter, Greene. So the count will remain 0-2. Garrison finally comes set after a long look into Shannon. Swung on, that one's going to be laced out to center field, right at Bates. Runners will have to hold up. So a good swing by Greene, but that one lined right to Bates for the second out of the inning. And Garrison just one pitch away from getting out of this jam.
To the plate for East Central, right fielder number 21, J.T. Vance.
So now that'll bring up J.T. Vance. 0 for 2 in the afternoon, does have a walk and a run scored. The second run of the ball game for East Central. And the first pitch from Garrison to Vance misses upstairs. Garrison set now to the plate. That fastball just missing wide. And now Garrison behind in the count, 2-0 to Vance. If Vance can keep things going, Cade Turnage, the East Central catcher, awaits on deck. The 2-0. Swung on that one, lifted out to the right center field gap. That one's got a chance. That's going to one-hop the base of the wall. Lewis will come around to score from second. Here comes Collins all the way from first base. And that will be a 2-out, 2 RBI double for J.T. Vance. And it is now 5-1 Warriors. That ball left right in the heart of the dish, and Vance made Garrison pay for it as he laced that ball out to right center field, plating Lewis and Collins. And now it's a 4-run lead for East Central. So Turnage 1 for 3 on the day, doubled, scored the first run of the game for East Central, and then reached twice on a fielder's choice, both in the 4th and the 6th inning. Would later come around and score the third run of the ball game for the Warriors in the 6th. For whatever reason, it just doesn't look like East Mississippi has played with the intensity and energy that they have most of this season. That just kind of look a little flat today. And certainly you want to be playing your best baseball in a best 2 out of 3 series to advance to the Region 23 tournament. You got to tip your cap to East Central for some timely hits. And then the effort from the starter for East Central, Grant Edwards, who has kept a very potent offensive attack from the Lions in check all day long. Able to scatter 4 hits across 6 innings and only surrendered 1 run. So Vance is going to steal third with 2 outs. That'll push the count full. So the payoff pitch now coming to Turnage. Breaking pitch just froze him. So Turnage goes down looking. He'll buy a ticket and just stroll on back to the dugout for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Warriors do some damage here in the top of the 7th as they pick up 2 more runs. It is a 5-1 lead, East Central, and the Lions coming to bat. Stay with us. You're watching EMCCathletics.com.
Pitch hitter, number 36, Carson Galt.
Bottom of the 7th. Gonna have a pinch hitter for the Lions for the designated hitter, Zach Griffin, as Carson Galt will get an opportunity versus the East Central starter, Grant Edwards. Galt just a 125 hitter on the season. As that ball misses inside off the tip of Turnage's mitt. So we'll see if Galt can reach. Has come through in the clutch a couple of times for the Lions this season in a pinch hit role. So we'll see if Galt can come through and get things started. Find a way down to first base. Maybe perhaps the big guy could run into one. The 2-0. That one catches the inside corner. Just got an update on our viewership from Miss Jenny to my left. Said the numbers are 4 times. As he did just run into one. Carson Galt says, "Get off me, ball." On command, pitch hit bomb. Carson Galt, get off me. And it is a 5-2 ball game. The big guy just barreled one up and parked it over the right field wall. And it's a souvenir for that Warrior bullpen down and right. And the first career home run for Galt. And I was just asking for a way down to first, but instead, Galt finds his way all the way around. And it is a bomb. And as I said right before that pitch, there's a chopper going to go over the glove of Greene, as Bo Bates is going to pick up an infield knock. Right before that, I mentioned Galt had come through a couple times in the clutch for the Lions, and he does just that with a big fly. So it looks like we're going to have a mound visit by the pitching coach for the Warriors, as Cade Shannon awaits his turn. We'll see if we have a pitching change. Doesn't look like, well, maybe. So the rock pile has been broken up by our home plate umpire, as Edwards is about to throw number pitch.
To the plate, EMCC catcher number 23, Cade Shannon.
78 on his afternoon. Shannon 1 for 2 on the afternoon, struck out in the second, and then singled back in the fourth. That one misses down low. Check that, singled back in the 5th inning. That one misses up and away, so now Shannon ahead in the count, 2-0. And again, as I was trying to get out that thought as Galt went big fly. A 2-0 pitch misses. Oh, and it does catch the top of the zone. Both Shannon and the Lion faithful down below us not happy with that decision by our home plate umpire, as is Reeves, coming in from the third base coach's box. Definitely that one pitch changes in at bat to go from 3-0 now to 2-1. 2-1 to Edwards, from Edwards. Swung on, that's going to be a chopper to Jenkins. Under it, that is E6 as he just olays that one. Here comes Shannon. Bates is going to score from third. Shannon doesn't put on the brakes. He's going to dig for third, and he's in there. That ball's going to get in the dugout, and Shannon comes all the way around. Wow. Jenkins just stayed back on his heels and olayed it as that ball went all the way to the wall in left center field. And we've got a one-run ball game. Unbelievable. And with just like that, the energy, the optimism, and all momentum has swung back across the diamond towards the third base dugout. And the first time today, we've seen some energy out of this Lion dugout, and it is now a one-run ball game as East Mississippi has put up a 3-spot, a crooked number here in the bottom of the 7th, as Edwards will exit stage right as he is finally being chased from the game. And the Warrior bullpen will now be in full effect. So we will take a short break as the Warrior righty gets his tosses in. Stay with us. We got a ball game, folks. You're watching EMCCathletics.com. And we are back. Wow. What a turn of events here for the Lions as they were down, no energy, no momentum, down 5-1 in the bottom of the 7th. And with a couple of swings of the bat, they are right back in this one. As the relief pitcher for East Central, that is Miles Miller now on the bump in relief of Grant Edwards, is behind 2-0 to Frenchie. Finally pokes a strike. We'll catch up here, recap everything here momentarily after this pitch to French. Still no outs in the frame. Swung on, that's a chopper off the end of the bat. Frenchie's got a chance. And somehow Lee makes the play to get French, and Kimbrell is already out of the dugout. And I can't say I blame him, because that looked like French had beat out Lee to the bag. So again, things got started here with Carson Galt, the pinch hitter for Griffin, in the DH spot, comes up big and hammers the ball out to over the right field wall for a pinch hit bomb, making it 5-2. Bo Bates singles, an infield single deep in the 6th hole. Then Shannon comes up and hits. We're not sure if it was scored a hit or an error, but either way, somehow results. The ball gets all the way out to left center field. Bates scores all the way around from first base, and Shannon scores as he's sliding into third on the error from the outfielder on the errant throw in from center field, making it a 5-4 ball game. And with one out in the frame, the Lions turn over the lineup, and Medlen back around for his 4th trip to the plate today. Medlen 1 for 2 on the day, singled in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, and struck out in the 5th. As that one misses wide. So 3-0 now to Medlen. That went breaking ball. Wow. Miller comes up with a 3-0 slider that catches the inside corner. Thought it was going to hit Medlen, but instead has some late break for a strike. 3-1. That one misses down and away, so Medlen draws a 5-pitch walk. And the Lions have the tying run at first now.
To the plate for the Lions, second baseman, number 3, Colby Holmes.
So that'll bring up Colby Holmes. Holmes 0 for 3 on the passed ball. And it looks like we're going to have a mound visit by the head coach of the Warriors, Neil Holloman, and it looks like we will have a pitching change. So that will be a quick hook to Miles Miller as his day is done. So we'll take a short break as another Warrior reliever coming in from the pen. And we talked about it. The Lions had to chase the starter, Grant Edwards, from the game. Took them 7 innings, almost 7 innings, 6 innings complete to do it. And now they have already chased and sent the first arm from the pen back to the dugout. So we'll take a short break while the next Warrior arm gets his warm-up tosses. Stay with us. Lions still at bat, threatening to tie this one up. Back here as Luke Odom finish up his warm-up tosses. Odom, the second reliever for the Warriors, now to toe the rubber. This is Odom's 19th appearance on the season, 3-1 record overall, 4.95 ERA. Thrown 36 1/3 innings. Struck out 20, walked 7. Giving up 41 hits, 23 runs, 20 of those earned. And the first pitch to Holmes misses upstairs, so now 2-0. Odom inherited a 1-0 count. That one misses wide, so now Holmes ahead in the count, 3-0. And a 3-0 catches the outside corner. So again, that's Medlen representing the tie and run for the Lions out at second base. Reached on a walk and then got to second on a pass ball by Turnage. That one misses upstairs. Holmes turns back to check. Perhaps a little bit of a sarcastic look back towards the home plate umpire. Are you sure? So Holmes earns a free pass, and he represents the go-ahead run.
First baseman number 34, Wesley Sides.
And I don't think the Lions could have a better man at the plate than Wesso. First pitch, breaker from Odom. Dropped in for a strike. Sides 1 for 2 on the day. Had the solo shot back in the third over the right field wall. That one's hammered to the second base, under his glove, under the glove of Collins. Here comes Medlen racing around from second. He will score, tie ball game. Sides hammered that ball right at Collins. And once again, just olay under the wickets, through the wickets. And Collins with a big error, and that allowed Medlen to race all the way around from second base, tying the ball game up.
Number 2, Blaze Berry.
Holmes had to put on the brakes, got back to second base just ahead of the throw. But once again, the Lions have 2 men aboard, still only 1 out. And Blaze Berry, who is due, folks. He is due. 0 for 3 on the day. Reached on an error by the third baseman Greene back in the first, and that struck out twice. And it is time, young man, time to come through. Odom set to the dish. That one catches the outside corner. As I mentioned back after Shannon scored the 4th run of the ball game for the Lions, old momentum when the Warriors made that pitching change and Edwards headed the dugout, swung on. That's going to be chopped. That's going to get through the 6-hole. Here comes Holmes around third. The play at the plate. No throws. That one is cut off by the third baseman Greene, and out of nowhere, the Lions have put up 5 runs here in the bottom of the 7th and taken the lead. It is 6-5 East Mississippi. And to finish that thought, old momentum
Now batting third base,
has just taken over in the black and red as the dugout is alive. The fans are just alive now. And Trey Trosclair at the plate. I said Blaze Berry was due, and he does come through. Picks up his first knock of the ball game, scoring Holmes from second base. Still only one out in the frame. Sides out at second, Barry over at first. Swing and a miss as Trosclair way out in front of that breaking pitch. And guess who's on deck? The man who started it all, Carson Galt. The Lions have plated 9 now this inning. And that one just froze Trosclair. He goes down looking as Odom catches the outside corner. Trosclair not happy with that one, understandably so.
Back to the plate, designated hitter, number 36.
And that will bring up the big guy, Carson Galt, who got it all going here, pinch hitting for Zach Griffin, and he got in the one, folks. Just crushed one over the right field wall. And let's see if this young man could do it again. Unbelievable. The 1-0 now to Galt. Odom set to the plate. That one misses wide. So no, Galt in a hitter's count, 2-0. And a swing and a miss. And Galt was trying to pick up his second home run of the inning with that swing. It was a mighty hack. And once again, Galt swings and misses through that one. A big hack from the big guy. But now he goes from 2-0 to 2-2. And Odom just one pitch away from getting out of the jam. That one misses down low. Galt wisely doesn't chase. So that'll push the count full. And more importantly, runners will be in motion as Odom goes to the plate. That Sides out at second and Barry over at first. So if Galt can single here, have a chance to score 2 with runners going in motion with Odom going to the plate. Swung on and fouled straight back. The payoff pitch. Swung on. Deep. Got a chance. Going. Gone! Carson Galt has done it again. His second home run of the inning. And the big guy parks another one over the wall. A 3-run bomb. That is his 4th RBI of the inning. His second home run of the inning. It is 9-5 Lions. Boom! Just like that. Unbelievable. Folks, they talk about heroic efforts in the postseason. We are seeing one right here. Carson Galt off the bench picks up his second home run of the inning. And has single-handedly taken this game back away from the Warriors and in the hands of the Lions. And Bo Bates swings at that one. Unbelievable. Wow. Unbelievable. One more time. Swung on that one, going to be singled as Bo Bates picks up his second single of the inning. And we've got Warriors sprinting down to the pin.
To the plate, EMCC catcher, 23, Cade Shannon.
So that'll bring up Cade Shannon. As Bates back ahead of the throw. Looks like Shannon going to step out. A little cramp in that calf down there. Swung on that one, hit high in the center field. Cook under it. He will haul it in. That'll retire Shannon. That'll do it for the Lions here in the bottom of the seventh, but not before they put up 8 runs with 2 home runs by Carson Galt as we head to the 8th. Lions now lead this one by a score of 9-5. What an inning, folks. What an inning. Stay with us. You're watching EMCCathletics.com. There you go. You know better. You hit 2 bombs, now you go 1 with the pitcher.
Yeah.
Eighth. We are back. We never left. Miss Jenny forgot to mute us here.
Designated hitter, number 30, Rainey Harrison.
So after an 8-run bottom of the 7th, Lions now take a 4-run lead into the 8th as Austin Garrison begins his first full inning of work. And the 1-0 slapped hard foul. That's Ramey Harrison at the dish. Got a pair of knocks today. He's done a really nice job against Johnson. sliced a pair of balls out in the left field. This time looks like Garrison and Shannon trying to work him inside as Johnson stayed away on the 2 pitches. He laced out to left. 2 balls and a strike now to Harrison. The 2-1, again, busted him inside. He weak chopper foul. See maybe if Shannon and Garrison go with a backdoor breaker, or back foot breaker, I should say. That time, fastball misses high. So now Garrison has run the count full with that misfire. The payoff pitch, swung on that one, lifted foul. Once again, the payoff pitch. That one just froze him. Garrison just threw the old number 1 right down the heart of the plate. And Harrison just bought a ticket, watched it. And he will head back and grab some bench. So that'll bring up Austin Lee, who came in a pinch hit role for Smith a few innings ago and quickly hammered a ball down the right field line for a big RBI double. Back in the 6th inning. The 1-0 hit him, and that's not hard to do. He is a big young man. I would check that baseball to see if the baseball's okay. So Garrison hits Lee. He'll trot down to first. That'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Leighton Jenkins. 0 for 3 on the day. Struck out Lana Trosclair in the 4th. And then flew out to Medlen back in the 6th inning. Swung on, that one lifted out once again to Medlen. He will haul that in for the 2nd out of the inning. Little lazy fly ball that Medlen just pitched a tent, camped out, and hauled that one in for the 2nd out of the frame.
Back to the top of the lineup for East Central, center fielder number 1, Clayton Cook.
So they'll turn over the lineup and bring up the leadoff man, Clayton Cook. Cook walked in the 1st. Flown out twice in the 3rd and the 5th to Bates, and then doubled back in the 7th. That one misses down and away. And we've seen this several times this season from this Lions squad. Several times they've come from behind. At one point, game 1 against Itawamba back in March 29th, Lions were down 10 in the 3rd, came back and won that one 15-14. So this is a team that really will compete until the final pitch is thrown. They've shown that multiple times this year. They've won several games in their last ABs. That one, Sides thought he had Lee picked off. But this team will compete till that final pitch is thrown. And they've shown it here today. Not a lot of life in them the first several innings. Down 5-1, and they pick up an 8 spot in the 7th, led by 2 home runs from pinch hitter Carson Galt. So the 2-1 now from AG. That one misses down and away. And again, talked about it earlier in the broadcast. This team started off slow. I mean, they played a tough schedule 4 games to open up with Seed State, who may be one of the best hitting junior college teams I've ever seen. They could really swing the bats. Swung on that one, lifted foul. Kind of scuffling, dropped 2 quick ones, 2 games at that junior college tournament at the old USA Baseball Park in Millington. But that Saturday game against St. Charles Community College, they picked up 2 wins on February 19th, and you could kind of see the season turning from there as really a turning point. Swung on that one, lifted deep in the left field, but Bates giving chase just in front of the track. He'll haul it in, and that'll do it for the Warriors here in the top of the 8th inning as they strand a runner, and we will head to the bottom of the 8th. Lions leading this one now by a score of 9-5. You're watching EMCCathletics.com. In the bottom of the 8th, a new arm for the Warriors. That's Dagan Martin on the bump now for East Central. This will be his 16th appearance on the mound. Got 11.05 ERA, thrown 14 2/3 innings. Surrendered 18 runs, 12 of those earned. Or check that, 24 runs, 18 of those earned. He struck out 12 and walked 12. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Lions as Frenchie looks to get things going here and add to this 4-run lead. He'll be followed by Medlen. And Holmes. That one's going to get a piece of Frenchie, and he'll head on down to first. The Lions sent 12 to the plate last inning and put up that 8 spot. And I think I said it a couple of times is they had to chase the starter for East Central from the game. It took a while, much longer than all of us would have liked here in the red and black. But finally, Grant Edwards chased from the game, and it has been game on since then. Martin, check that. Holmes, or excuse me, it's getting late. Medlen squares, pulls back. And the 2-0 taken for a strike by Medlen. Again, game 2 tomorrow, 2 o'clock first pitch right here in Scuba. And Medlen squares. That one misses up and away, so that'll be 3-1. And it looks like we're going to have a mound visit from Holloman, and he will go to the pen. He has seen enough quickly as French was hit, and Martin was behind in the count to Medlen 3-1. So we'll have another pitching change. And again, not to beat a dead horse, but you hear the coaching staff for the Lions talk about the opportunity for this club to be successful in this 3-game series. They had to get into the pen, and suddenly they have got into the pen of the Warriors, and boy have they, as now we are seeing the 5th arm of the day and the 4th out of the bullpen for East Central. So we'll take a short break. You're watching EMCCathletics.com. And we're back as Irvin Simmons finishes up his warm-up tosses. This will be his 23rd appearance on the mound for the Warriors. 2-1 record overall, 4.91 ERA. Thrown 29 in the 3rd innings. First pitch that Medlen sees. Going to be hit foul. Lee giving chase. He will haul that one in for the first out of the inning.
To the plate for the Lions, second baseman number 3, Colby Holmes.
And that'll bring up Colby Holmes. 0 for 3 on the day with a run scored last inning on a walk. Swung on that one, just foul. We appreciate everybody tuning in today. Got a message from John and Sally Stevenson watching down from Hammond, Louisiana. Appreciate them watching the broadcast. A pitch out that Holmes gets a piece of. Simmons looks like he got too much of the plate. Turnage had moved out into the box. The 0-2. And once again, that time Simmons gets it far enough out, but Turnage tries to catch Frenchie sleeping down there to no avail. Breaking ball by Simmons. Almost got a piece of Holmes. Turned to try to see if it would catch his backside, but just got a little break late and misses inside. So it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Holmes. Still one out in the frame. That's Frenchie over there at first, who reached after being hit. Swung on that one, lifted high, going to get fouled. That's Greene, going to call everyone off. And Simmons gets 2 quick outs. Both Medlen and Holmes to fly out in foul territory. And now that'll bring up Wesley Sides. So that'll bring up Sides, who's another pickoff attempt over at French, but that'll bring up Sides, who's got a solo home run today. Also scored back in the 8-run 7th. Hammered a ball that went right through the legs, right between the legs of Collins. Would played a couple. See if Wesso could park a ball out in the right center gap. Good speed out there at first base in the form of Hunter French. Swung on that one, lifted to center field. Cook and Lewis converging on it. Cook will call off Lewis. That'll do it for Sides, and that'll do it for the Lions here in the bottom of the 8th. As they go away quietly after Simmons retires. 3 quick outs in relief. As we will head to the 9th, Austin Garrison looking to finish this one out and shut the door on East Central. As Lions look to pick up game 1 in this one. Stay with us. Top of the 9th coming up. You're watching EMCCathletics.com.
Leading off the top of the 9th inning for East Central, left fielder number 6, Trey Lewis.
Top of the 9th, Austin Garrison looking to shut the door. And the Lions trying to pick up game 1 of this 3-game series. And a good start for AG. He drops a yacker in there for strike 1 on the 2-hole hitter, Trey Lewis. Lewis 0 for 3 on the day. And just as I say that, Garrison bounces that one about 57 feet. Lewis soft liner to Barry in the first, flew out to Bates in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th, and then walked back in the 7th, and would later come around to score the 4th run of the ball game for East Central. So again, it'll be 2-3-4 for East Central here in the top of the 9th. Breaking ball got a piece of Lewis, so they're going to get the leadoff man aboard. 5 runs on 8 hits, 1 error for East Central. 9 runs on 11 hits, and perfect defensive baseball for the Lions.
To the plate, second baseman number 5, Eli Collins.
So that'll bring up Eli Collins. That one misses low. The 1-0. That one misses inside. So now Garrison behind 2-0. Had a good start. Dropped a hammer in there. We will call time. It looks like Coach Kimbrell may make a pitching change here. We'll see what the decision will be. There's been talk about bringing Blaze Berry in to close. We'll see what happens with this decision. I would imagine Garrison might get one more hitter if he can find a way to get Collins. And he will indeed let Garrison imagine, like I said, I believe if he surrenders another base runner, I believe Kimbrell will indeed go to Berry to try to shut the door. So it'll be a 2-0 count on the three-hole hitter, Eli Collins. Collins 0 for 4 on the afternoon. Swung on that one, going to be off the glove of a diving Bo Bates. So Collins will pick up his first knock of the ball game, a sinking liner. Bates gave a great effort, but just couldn't come up with that one. So that'll be 2 men aboard now for East Central, and we will indeed have a pitching change, just as I had mentioned. Here comes Kimbrell, and that'll do it for Garrison here in the top of the 9th. So we'll see what Kimbrell goes with. If he indeed goes with Berry. Dakota Boney was getting hot in the Lions' pen, and it will indeed be Berry to try to shut the door on the Warriors. So Garrison should go to short. So Berry will switch gloves. Go with what he usually toes the rubber with. And then Garrison, I would imagine, again, will go to, and that is indeed, as we see it right there, he will get a different glove and head out to short. So good effort by Austin Garrison. Couldn't quite finish it for the Lions, but he will give way to sophomore Blaze Berry to try to finish things off here. We'll let Berry get his warm-up tosses and get you the numbers on him after this short break. You're watching EMCCathletics.com. We're back now as Berry begins his warm-up tosses. This will be Barry's 12th appearance on the bump. He's had 8 starts. So it'll be his 4th time in relief for the Lions. 2.59 ERA, sports a 5-1 record overall. Thrown 55 2/3 innings, also has a pair of saves. He's given up 40 hits, 18 runs, 16 of those earned. He struck out 51 and walked just 7. So Blaze Berry, Mr. Everything for East Mississippi, looking to continue just that. As I mentioned early on in the broadcast in the first inning, this young man really is the most talented player on the field every time East Mississippi plays, and I include both the Lions and whoever they square off against that afternoon. First pitch, swing and a miss from the cleanup hitter, Austin Greene. Barry can really do it all with the bat, with the glove at short, and now going to show off on the mound. Still no outs in this one. Lewis out at second, Collins over at first. Swung on, that one lifted foul, and now Greene in the hole, 0-2. The 0-2 swing and a miss. Greene chased a fastball up and away. He chased and came up empty. And Barry picks up his 52nd strikeout of the season. Another quick message. Got Joe Ziller, another viewer from down in Hammond, Louisiana, watching her grandson this afternoon. First pitch to Vance, taken for a strike. That's one thing about Blaze Berry. The tempo is quick, and there are strikes galore. He wastes no time up there. To the point now, Vance has called time to try to break that momentum, that tempo from Barry, between Barry and Shannon specifically. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. That one fouled back. So now Vance down in the count to Barry, 0-2. Long look into Shannon. Barry comes set, looking back now towards Lewis at second, now to the dish. And Shannon and Barry both wanted that one. Thought that was strike 3 to Vance. Our home plate umpire said thought that was just off the dish. So 1-2 pitch coming from Barry now to JT Vance, who's 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Also walked and scored. Swung on that one, lifted out to center field. French giving chase. He'll haul it in the right center field gap. Hunter French with a big-time play showing range. Glove side in the gap for the second out of the inning. French had a little giddy up in that step as he ranged about 25-30 yards to his left. Robbing a hit, and now it'll be up to Cade Turnage as the last hope for the Warriors. With 2 outs in the frame, 2 men aboard, 9-5 lead for the Lions. First pitch from Barry. Swung on, that one lifted to left field. That's got a chance, got some range. Going, gone. And Turnage hammers a breaking ball from Barry over the left field wall, and it is 9-8 now. Wow. And I said right before that pitch, Turnage was the last hope for East Central, and he keeps things alive.
Up next, designated hitter, number 30, Greene Harrison.
With a 3-run bomb. And it is 9-8 East Mississippi. And let me tell you, getting a little tight around here again, folks. And not sure where that first offering to Harrison misses. We'll see if Barry tries to pitch Harrison inside again. We saw that last time Harrison was up at the plate. And now Harrison ahead in the count 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on that one, going to be laced out in the right field. Medlen quickly over, throws it in, but that's going to be a double for Harrison. And East Central not done yet. So that's going to bring up Austin Lee. Lee, of course, came in back in the 6th inning, a pinch hit, delivered a pinch hit RBI double down the right field line. And they're going to put on Lee. And that'll bring up Leighton Jenkins. So an intentional walk to Austin Lee. Good call right there with a left-handed hitting Lee.
Shortstop number 3, Leighton Jenkins.
And that'll, in turn, bring up the 9-hole hitter, Leighton Jenkins. Jenkins 0 for 4 on the afternoon. First pitch to him somehow misses down low. Wow. Barry set the 1-0. Swung on that one, laced foul. So even things at 1 apiece. Jenkins came into this afternoon, 288 hitter on the season. 0 for 4 on the day. Swung on that one, fouled straight back. That one's got a windshield written all over it. And now Jenkins down to his last strike. So a 1-2 count. We'll see what Shannon and Barry go with here. Ahead in the count to Jenkins, 2 men aboard. That's Harrison out at second, Lee over at first. The 1-2. Swung on, that's going to go right to Wesso. He will step on the bag. Lions win! Lions win! Lions win! Game 1 of this one. Final score, 9-8. East Mississippi roars back with an 8-run 7th inning thanks to the 2 home runs provided by Carson Galt, a 4 RBI performance in a pinch hit role. And the Lions come roaring back down 5-1 and take game 1 by a final score of 9-8. 8 runs on 11 hits, 1 error for East Central, 9 runs on 11 hits, and perfect defense this afternoon for East Mississippi. So tomorrow, same time, same place, 2 o'clock first pitch, right here if you can't make it, right here on the campus of East Mississippi, Scuba Tech. But if you can't make it tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock, as always, tune in right here on EMCCathletics.com. As I mentioned a little while ago, there is a weather threat tomorrow morning and overnight. So stay tuned, as you can keep up to date on the East Mississippi Twitter for any game updates. So again, 2 o'clock first pitch, but stay tuned with the weather. We will be back here tomorrow for Game 2 as the Lions look to finish off this series and try to advance to the Region 23 tournament in Poplarville in a few weeks. So again, final score today, East Mississippi takes this one over rival East Central by a final score of 9-8. I'm Carl Shannon. Appreciate everyone tuning in, and we will see you guys tomorrow again, once again, on EMCCathletics.com.